George Chiswick. I am originally from Brooklyn, New York, but was born in Atlantic City, New Jersey. My family moved back to New York when I was 4 years old. I was always interested in writing and expressing myself by writing songs, poems, and stories. When I was a teenager, I sent out various poems and songs to try to get published in a songbook. As I got older, I won a contest for the best poem. I still have that check that I did not cash, and I was so proud of that. Well, enough about that. The name of my book is called Reflection in Time. Time stops for no one until your inner clock stops. I consider my style of writing from the heart, and I hope to warm yours with my poetry and photographs. My poems can be upbeat and also have a dark side. I will be reciting some poetry from my book and also others I have written. I hope you enjoy my performance. If you have any questions after my presentation and poetry reading, I will be glad to answer them. My book was self-published in Hong Kong, and I'm trying my best to promote it here. You can purchase my book after my reading, and I will be glad to sign it for you. English can be confusing. It's hard to learn the lingo, not coming from this town. A brolly, a lolly, a folly, a fag. These are words that confuse me, I might say. What about wanker? I just found out what that meant. It's better than jerk off with an English accent. What can I say? We come from two different worlds. I'm from Brooklyn, you're from here. Brooklynese accent and English one? What a difference, but I hope one day, even though I don't have the proper say, you will call me your mate one day. In return, I will call you friend, and we can blend our accents. This is for women. You know, we all go through this at a certain age. The changes. Women getting older is harder than the men, waking up with night sweats because the menses never came. Then there's the fear of leakage when you bounce around, doing your aerobics and laughing like a clown. Knowing that the only reason you are wearing your black sweats, not to get the leakage show, or depends is what you get. What about forgetfulness? What am I to do? To tell you the truth, I haven't got a clue. Then in more ways than one, you feel like a dried up prune. You can always buy that special cream. Most women would know what I mean. So what was I saying? Another memory lapse for me? Another senior moment. After all, I'm almost 70. Not really. 66 is my correct age, but 70 rhymes, you see.
Very good.
You know, I wrote this poem because I quit smoking over 20 years ago, and it was, you know, I didn't get it in the paper, but it was an article that, you know, they wanted you to write, you know, about smoking or whatever. So I quit smoking over 20 years ago, and it wasn't easy. The best way for smokers to quit is to throw the cigarettes away cold turkey. Putting graphic parts of the human body that are diseased on cigarette packages will not deter smokers. Young people think it's cool, and I believe they will live forever. They know it causes cancer, but they will still smoke. I wrote a poem about quitting, and I would like to share it with you. The first puff. Listen when I tell you, it ain't worth that first puff. You think it's glamorous, but believe me, it ain't all that stuff. If you think it, you may think you're cool, but take my advice and don't smoke, because you'll be a fool. You will get hooked on it, and it's no game. The withdrawal will drive you insane. I'm telling you this because it's true. I went through it, and I hope you don't too. It took me a year of craving that puff, but I resisted, and boy, it was tough. Waking up at night in a deep sweat, and I was happy I didn't do what I would regret. Just one more puff to get over the sweat. I didn't, and here I am 20 years ago without a cigarette in my hand. This is about women. Women. We are pearls in an oyster, beautiful and fragile, strong as a wild wave. We will not be drifted away at sea. Hear us roar, the lionesses of the world. A rare wine kept in the cellar in darkness, misty and dusty bottle no one wants to touch, sitting idle on a pedestal waiting to be presented, but never is. That special occasion that never was. Please notice that I am still in the darkness. I am waiting to be poured in crystal. Then have someone caress me with their lips. This poem that I'm going to recite now is the poem that I wrote for my mother, Jean, and I think all people could relate to this. The miracle of life in the end. A mother who protected a life inside the womb. A little baby curled up sleeping through the night. Soon your little miracle was born, and it was love at first sight. A little girl you always wanted all your life. The time went by so quickly, and it seems like yesterday. Mother and daughter having coffee and passing the time away. Deep down knowing, because our connection was so strong, it would be the last time we would spend some time alone. Then a few months later, you were gone and pain-free. The home that I once nestled in was taken away from me. Where is the second miracle that I am longing for? To see you now and hold you and say I love you forevermore. This poem I wrote for my mom before she died, and I think it relates to a lot of people. She died of lung cancer. Mother and daughter connected. When you are gone, our spirits will be one. Our connection will never end. Mother and daughter attached in the womb from the beginning of life. Our blood is one and flows deep within our hearts. Every beat of our hearts is the love we share. It is a special gift that is always there. Our spirits will unite one day up above. Until they do, we can share it, as mortals here on earth. Mother and daughter connected forever.
It's lovely. Thank you.
Oh, no, I'm not done yet. No, I was just saying thank you. Happy birthday in in heaven, Mom. How was your birthday? I could not spend it with you. Did the angels sit on the clouds and sing you a song? Did God join in the celebration of when you were born? I hope you really meet him because you have been gone so long. Are you still praying with your rosary beads in your hand? Still thinking of me and guarding me and my family from harm? You are an angel and we're one even on earth. My darling mother, I miss you so much. You are always with me even though you are gone. My heart still feels the presence of you, sometimes as if you were alive. I wish I can talk to you and see you again. Maybe you will come and give me a sign that you are living again in another time. I don't want to wait till I die to see you again. Why don't you see me and give me a hug? Let me know you are happy and living in paradise way up above. If you can, that would be great. Otherwise, I would have to wait. Mom, please spread your wings and open the gate. Then wrap your angel wings around me and hold me so tight. Then tell your Michele everything will be all right. If only you could, a miracle I would see, then the mystery would be solved to me. If you could appear and be near me once more, my mother, my guardian, and my best friend. You always gave me unconditional love. I love you and miss you, and give you my love. Gray-haired lady, thoughts of the past going through my mind. The time has gone quickly like a bird in flight. When I look in the mirror, it reveals this truth. The reflection I see is different to me. I picture a woman once young and naive. Outside is a lady with short gray hair. When people see me, that's what they see. Inside is someone just trying to be me. That someone is young, even though the outside is gray. The inside has energy and is ready to play. Time passes and we cannot turn it back. Enjoy your gray hair. You have earned it, you see. Keep up with the times and still young you will be. This is a poem I wrote for my friend Marty. Many years ago. Walking through the ends of time. Passing through the phases of time. Seed, baby, growing, walking through time. Time is so precious and it cannot be relived. So treasure that time and be the best you can be. When time passes, it's so very hard to see. We think that our lives will go on and never realizing time passes on. You think of the things that happened when you were young. What happens now when you feel as though you've just begun? Your body has grown and aged since time's past. Where did the time go, you may have asked? Inside you feel like there's so much more to do. The energy inside is that of a child, but the face is much older, and that you can't hide. No wonder they say youth is wasted on the young, because when time passes, you feel as though you just begun. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in God and all that. I mean, but that's their prerogative. It's not like I believe that there's someone, but I believe that there's another place where where we go. Like I'm spiritual, and everybody has their own thing, their own religion or their own way. But I believe there is something out there for us in another world somewhere. And this is my idea. If there is a heaven, this is what I think heaven's going to be like. Heaven. Heaven is a place where flowers grow and angels fly. The sky is so blue and clean. You never get a sunburn, but a warm feeling every time you walk in the sun. The sun feels like love as it reflects off your body. You feel no pain, and you only have love in your heart for everyone. You never feel thirsty because you are always satisfied. We see everyone that has passed before us. We have a huge Thanksgiving because we are reborn in heaven. We live in harmony and peace, and nothing can hurt us again. This poem I wrote because there's some people in the world that, no matter how you try, it's not good enough, or no matter how you try, it's not really, they really don't care for you. Let's put it that way. Tired of the acting. I'm tired of the acting. It's always such a scene. Every time we see you, you get all caught up in the scene. Too bad you couldn't play it on the big screen. Then you would be famous because you could pull it off. Life for you is one big stage, and your smile is the key. In your heart, you play a part, and the four of us can see. It's too bad you played a part all your lives right from the start. Each scene is a retake from one before every time you open your door. One day you will realize you made a big mistake. The stage will be bare, and a final scene, no one will care. The journey. The journey was long with many winding turns. Then we finally made it to our destination because we are on the same path. The road was rough and rocky, but it was worth all the turns to be on solid ground. The stones on the road were rolling until finally we became smooth with a few rough edges. Not perfect, but certainly getting there. Waters. When I look inside myself, I find a river that's flowing deep. The river sometimes has turbulent waters. The flow is calm at times, but mostly it ripples deep within. It's like a never-ending flow that never seems to be calm, always rushing like a waterfall over a mountain. Sometimes the waterfall dries up, but the flow runs deep inside. Reflections. As you stand there in the mist, the light is shining upon your face, a face that has character and grace, wondering if each frail line upon it tells a tale of wisdom and knowledge with each frail line. To know such wisdom when you're young would let you know how it should be when the light shines upon your face. This is for my soulmate sitting over there. Soulmate. Soulmates like the animals in the jungle, so hungry and searching for food among the giants, lost in a world that's forever competing for the best dinner. Protect me in the world and hold me with the strength of a lion. We can sit at the table and have the best meal. The rainbow of my life. There are many colors in the rainbow of my life. White is the color of the purity of my children. Red is the color of all the love that surrounds me. Purple is the color of the mystery of life. Black is the color of darkness and the sorrow that I sometimes feel. Green is the color of wealth and prosperity. Blue is the color of the sky when it is mostly blue and bright. Pink is the color of the flowers that smell sweetly with nectar. Yellow is the color of sunny days, and there are many. A mixture of colors is me dancing for joy because there are many combinations in my rainbow of life. And I hope your rainbow is good too. Yeah. Lost within myself. I am lost within myself. I have so many feelings deep within my soul. My heart sometimes feels empty because you're gone. I try to be happy and laugh like you said. When I think of you, I feel sadness and cry for your return. I know I can't bring you back, but I long to hear your voice. I want you to hug me once again and remember I was your little girl. I miss being your child and I feel alone. I know I have my family, but I need to rest my head in your own. Please tell me it will be all right. It is hard knowing that you are gone. I am trying hard to be strong, but my weakness shows. I wish I could talk to you. I know you will understand, the only way a mother can. I realize we will always be connected